Hi everyone, we're here today at the 4x4 Expo at the Staffordshire Showground. Let's take a look and see what they've got. For me in show, I think this is one of the best trucks here. This WKD Motorsports run on a set of 40-inch bead locks on there. It's also got an LS7 V8 engine in it, uprated transmission. Looks really cool on this one, I think. Also, I can see we've got the fiddle brakes in there as well, Harv, you can see. Not quite sure what that middle bit is. What is that middle bit? There's actually actual air intake there as well, I guess. Well, and have a look around the back as well. Up the dash car by the looks of it. A couple of spares along the back there. Well, and look at that suspension as well. Anti-rock off-road sway bar. I'm not quite sure what that... I said a Fox they are as well. Fox with a couple of, or three actual valves on there as well. Quite an interesting Touareg here from Dark Side Overland. Actually, it's got the removable winch. You can actually take it off the front. I guess it's got those nice couple of handles that you can actually take round to the back. Put it on that receiver hitch so you've got a winch both at the back and front. Tent box on the top. You don't see that many Touaregs, but from what I understand they are pretty capable. In fact, they're very similar setup as well, obviously, to the Porsche Cayenne. For you Grand Tour aficionados, you might remember this. This came from their Namibia special where Hammond was driving the beach buggy. This is how it is now. In fact, it's how it came back from the desert.
And this is where a lot of people say the welding's a bit rough, but this is what they did in the desert. Because we had a full roof on it and there was 4 bars, they cut these out. So when they did the lift off they lifted it on helicopter, didn't they?
Yep.
So when they did the lift off the helicopter, he had to be able to get out. So they had to cut all the bars out and move them all. Else he would have been... If something went wrong...
He wouldn't be able to get out, yeah.
He'd never been able to get out, you know. Well, this is basically as it went out there. And they did, I think, I don't know, 3,000 miles or something silly.
Wow. It was real fun there, aren't they? I'd love to do that as well.
Yeah. Well, they're actually doing... I think if you go out to there now, you can actually do that trip in 4x4s. And there's a company out there redoing it, you know, as a trip out, you know, some action holiday. Yeah. But now they all loved them. They all actually loved them. Yeah. And as I say, James May, we rebuilt that.
So what year is this originally then? Back in the 70s?
This would be on a set 19. No, probably earlier than that. This is probably a 50 chassis.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a shorter one as well than normal.
This is 15-inch shorter. Yeah.
I know once I thought about getting a Blizzard custom one when I first was sort of out of school and thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're actually a nightmare driving them, from what I understand.
They're a bit twitchy. That's the only thing. I mean, long wheelbase handles better, but short wheelbase looks better. So it's you're trying to build the best of the two, really.
And the bodywork actually looks okay though. I don't see any cracks that they put in it or anywhere.
I mean, you watch it on the video and you can see the body flip. I mean, that's hard.
Yeah.
If you watch the videos of it, this is bending and twisting.
Yeah.
Yet it's hard. You can't move it, so it just shows what is happening to it.
And that's just the normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Glass
just our
fibre.
normal glass, And then he put this
wrap type of thing on it.
Yeah, it's a wrap of a zebra. So. But no, it still runs. We still drive it. But we will clean it all back up and get it back to work. Well, it's nice. This is exactly how it came back. So apart from hoovering out
The sand.
Sand, I mean, it's still appearing, look, even now. And we've had it back 2 years. All the sand's still appearing out of the vehicle somewhere. That's where they had all the cameras and all the control systems and all that sort of stuff. And we had to make little camera mounts everywhere. It was all over the place, camera mounts. But and then we just brought it back off them after the show had finished, you know. So they had no passenger seats in any of them to keep get all the gear in there, the cameras, all the stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
And the original spotlights as well?
Yeah, they lost one somewhere. I don't know where it went. But there was 4 on there. But of course, again, if they were lifting, they may have had to do something and cut that one off. They've just moved that out a little bit, so they cut it from there and put it to there.
Complete kit with them then to be able to...
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of work goes into it, a massive amount of work. You know. But they survived, which is a miracle, really.
Yeah.
They were all still running when we picked them up.
Although I don't think there'll be many more that'll be doing now. I seem to be getting all a bit old to do it now.
I know, yeah. I having said that, James, I see James now and then, and he's still using his buggy on a regular basis. He goes down the pub in his beach buggy and stuff like that.
In the good weather.
Yeah. But yeah, you never know. We might do something else with somebody else, yes.
Yeah, cool. Thanks very much.
Not a problem. Nice to see you.
This is a beaut of a ute, especially if you're Australian. All the out in the back of here, I reckon. In fact, you definitely get all of your car in the back of there, Harvey. What's this running on? Instead of 35s, I'm guessing, by the looks of it. Difficult for me to work out, but it must be about actually 34s, I reckon, on that. Aha! It's a J80 ute. Is that a beaut of a ute? Hi, we're here with the Unity Group, and Steve, you've been modifying this Gladiator. Could you give a bit of a rundown what's been done with it?
It's a regular Gladiator Rubicon. It has AV 2-inch lift on it, AV rims, 35-inch tyres, ARB front bumper and winch, ARB rear bumper, ARB sidebars. In addition, exhaust system and air intake. So increase the output of the vehicle as well.
I see it's got the Fox shocks on it as well.
Yeah, standard Rubicon, standard American spec Rubicon, Fox suspension.
Oh, okay, so my Rubicon doesn't have that on it. That's just have the normal red shocks.
Yours is a European car. The US Rubicons are different specification. So the European Rubicons are different to the US vehicles. US Gladiators have Fox shocks as standard.
And I'm right in saying though, with my Rubicon at least I can get these same. These are 35-inch.
Yeah, you can run 33s on a UK JL Rubicon as standard. You'll need to adjust the suspension to run 35s. Okay. But a UK JL Rubicon, you can run 35s.
Even though I think I need a bit extra movement.
You'll need to change the suspension. You can run 33s on a Rubicon without changing anything, not 35s.
And what does the Gladiator feel like when you're driving on road here with the extra length?
Very, far more stable than a regular 2 or 4 door because of the longer wheelbase. Longer wheelbase is a far more stable vehicle.
It's got to find an extra long parking space.
You have, but that's a challenge in all sensible sized vehicles.
And it looks exactly the same inside as the normal Rubicon. In fact, I can see from mine as well where it's got the. It's interesting. The handbrake is in the correct place on these ones.
It's in the wrong place. Yeah, it is. One thing that the European JLs have is they have everything as standard. Whereas the US vehicles, you have to spec the winter pack, the larger screen, the heated seats, the leather, all the things that you get in your Rubicon as standard, you have to specify in North America.
And what about the halo lights? That's one of the things I was really disappointed. I thought, get me car, switch on the lights, no halo on it at all.
No, you need to buy an American version. for halos.
Like that, get some little LEDs and stick on the inside of it. That is, I think, one of my next things up on the front. I'm thinking about getting a winch bumper. Recommendations? Obviously, you've got ARB.
AEV, American Exhibition Vehicles, high-end stuff. When you're buying things to modify a good vehicle, buy it right, buy it once.
I was thinking about aluminium as well. Any recommendations that compared to the steel?
As long as the winch cradle itself is mounted correctly. Who makes a good aluminium bumper though for a Jeep JL? I don't know of one. I will only stick to certain brands, higher end brands. So they've had some engineering behind it. There's some.
Cool. Oh, thanks very much, Steve.
Not at all.
Really good looking at the Gladiator. Take a look at this, it looks like a giant RC car. I had one a bit like this Yeti, I think, before. Again, that's got a set of 40s on it, I think. This is a beaut of a Joker. Giggle pin winch on the back and the front. This is interesting as well. Look, we've got the skid and bra. The TD5 inside. Joker on the bonnet. And what we've got alongside it as well. Again, another set of 40s on there. And this one's going for more for the raw look as well. I quite like this as well, Harv. It actually matches in with your sweatshirt. It's raw. I could just to get my chin over the top of this to see in. In fact, it's got a huge engine bay, a moderately sized engine, a couple of batteries in there as well, pretty huge tyres on there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've seen this Bronco when we've been to Hill and Ditch before. I think it's what they use for their recovery truck. It's like the Italian job. Okay, it's pretty much the end of the day. You can see people are now packing away down here. We've seen some pretty interesting things in here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And you will see on the screen here our list of members. We've actually got Justin Howarth. Big shout out to him. Thanks very much for your latest membership. Take care, everyone.